Hey, thanks for coming back, guys. You know, now's the time to shed some more weight while I'm in here. I don't like running oil injection systems on an older sled. If there's a pump failure, you're in this big trouble, right? So I'm gonna pre-mix this sled at 50 to 1. Gonna use a good quality oil like I always do, Royal Purple, Snow 2C. And I'm gonna have to do some cutting of this box. I can't just ditch the whole thing, unfortunately, because it holds the MPEM right here, and it's got the coil in the back. So I'm gonna have to carve in and around and get out what I don't need. So let's chisel that out, see what I have left. This here's just my choke cable. Just gonna get rid of that. And this is a little bit of a metal shield to protect the bottle against the muffler. We don't need that anymore. I've gutted that oil container, lightened up a bunch of weight. All that oil's gone. MPEM still sits in there, no problem. Coil's on the back. So I'll install this now. We'll move on to the motor. We'll do the oil delete on the motor. In case you're wondering if this oil pump delete is safe, just keep this in mind. The MXZ 440 comes with this same kit. They make a kit to delete the oil pump off their little race sleds. It's the same crankcase. Everything is set up the same exact way. You take out the pump the same way. You order the same little parts and pieces. So it's been done. They pretty much do it right from the factory. You can buy all these parts online. Go to the Skidoo website, look up a 2002 MXZ 440 crankcase. You'll see where the parts list is for all these little gizmos. So here's what you get when you buy your stuff. You get this little bottle. It is vented to atmosphere, which is very important. This is about 45 bucks for this bottle alone. So if you want to use something else, you can do that. Just make sure it's vented. Buy this tube separately with this little reducer, connects into here, which is more or less a vent that went into the oil bottle. Your block-off plate, your gasket, a couple of clamps, and your new oil tubes. One thing that I found online was somebody recommended filling up this little cavity in here where the oil pump gear is with 2-stroke oil. So I'm gonna do that just before we block it off. So I flip the motor up on its side and I fill this whole cavity full of 2-stroke oil. It takes a lot. It probably took 3, maybe 4 of these. It takes more than what you think. So I filled that right up. I capped it off. Now you have to do that because there's a bearing in there and the little gear that runs your water pump. If you don't have that stuff in there, you're gonna fry something. So make sure you cap that off. So the next part of the delete is you gotta cap off these little oil injection nozzles. We just plug this up with the supplied line. It didn't want to fit on very well, so all I did was I just took a little lighter and just heated the end up very slightly. So I'll figure out the length I need. Come up like that, right about there. That's it. Otherwise, it's a hard time fitting that on. This just softens it up a little bit. This here is our port for our impulse line for our fuel pump. This here is the little line we'll attach to our oil bottle. That's just gonna basically trickle in there, gravity feed. I doubt very much once that whole cavity is full that this will ever really go down on you. Very, very small amounts, if anything. Now we'll just prep our bottle. If you have a hard time getting those in, just lubricate it. Just take a bit of oil, lube that up. And that's it. That's that. Cut that old end off, don't like the look of that. Slip that on. That's it. So I'll just mount this up somewhere high so I can gravity feed, and we're done. Well, thanks for stopping in to check out this oil injection delete. You can't beat this. You know, all those parts are stock right from Bombardier. They do oil injection deletes on their 440 MXZs, so there's no reason why we can't do it to this. I'm going to be running my Snow 2C Royal Purple Oil at 50:1. I recommend you do the same thing. Make sure when you're putting your motor together, use the Max Tough Synthetic Assembly Lube. Got to thank everybody for watching, coming on board. Make sure you subscribe if you like my videos. And if you really like them, hit a thumbs up. And don't forget to tell your friends. Come check out PowerModz.com, PowerModz on YouTube. Thanks for watching.